We're hearing this morning that Bruno Fernandes has decided to stay at Manchester United after rejecting an offer to move to Saudi. Simon Jordan was speaking yesterday on where Fernandes currently ranks amongst United's greatest ever players.
I don't think Fernandes is going to go down as one of Man United's greatest players. I think he'll go down to one of their best players in a very poor period of time for Manchester United. Yeah. So that's a low standard to be judged by. And if you can get 60... I mean, I don't like the way the Saudis do this business by doing it through the media. All of it doing... If you're going to make an offer, make an offer.
Simon Jordan, look, I don't think there's any question that as yet he doesn't qualify as one of Manchester United's greatest players. Because they've had so many over the years.
But it's not his problem.
No.
Simon mentioned it's a low standard to be judged by. That's not Fernandes' problem, Jeff. He can only be judged in what he does himself and whatever his surroundings are. So, you know, where he is right, I mean, he's not up there with Charlton or Duncan Edwards or Law and Best and guys like that.
No.
No, of course he's not. We understand that.
Of this generation,
yes,
you know, he's the best. But you know, a long way to go to catch up with some of the greats.
100%, mate.
Bruno Fernandes set to stay at Manchester United. He has reportedly rejected a £700,000 a week move to Saudi side Al Hilal after consulting with his family. Let's get some more reaction to this news and head straight to the phone lines. 03717 223344. That's the number to call. That's what James has done. Morning, James.
Good morning, James.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, very good.
Very
so,
well, mate.
What's your reaction? Are you happy he's staying?
Oh, it's been a great week for Man United. I don't understand the fans that. I mean, you said it was a split divide. I don't understand it. I mean, the only player that you want to stay at Man United is Bruno. Yeah. So any fans that are saying, you know, sell him for 100 mil, he's the only player you want to keep. Get rid of Garnacho. Get rid of Banana. You know, get rid of the ones that don't want to play.
James, I couldn't agree more, mate. I couldn't agree more. And what's been an unbelievable...
Just quickly, the signings, if we, you know, Cunha, great signing. If we get Mbeumo, what a signing as well. I mean, Man United, we've signed players from leagues that, to be honest, are nowhere near good enough to compete in the Premier League. And you're now signing players that are proven in the Premier League, and that's what Fergie used to do. So I think now, what a signing for these guys. So I think we stick on this track. We'll definitely improve on. Well, we can't get any worse than the last couple of seasons anyway. So really happy.
Brilliant. Yeah, one in favour of Bruno Fernandes saying, let's take another call now. Sammy's a United fan. Morning, Sammy.
Morning, Sammy.
Morning. How you doing?
Yeah, good. So are you happy Bruno's staying?
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted. To be honest, it feels like a new transfer for us, to be honest. I think, honestly, I don't understand what the divide is. To be honest, I have got a few friends that would say to sell Bruno, you know, cash in his 30. When are you going to get another player where he can sell £100 million at his age? But the thing is, you can't put a number on the fact that, you know, he's the only one that's guaranteed to give you goals and assists every year to the numbers that he's been doing. I don't think any other player in the world in this United team or in the past 5 years could have done what he's done. And I just don't really buy into the fact that, you know, about his lack of captaincy skills. Because, again, every generation is different. They've got different ways of being a captain. There's so many different aspects to it. This thing about him waving his arms. I can guarantee I'm very lucky that I get to watch a lot of football across different teams, different leagues. All captains do more or less the same thing in terms of flailing their arms around. But for some reason, because it's Bruno, it's highlighted a bit more. And, you know, to be honest, there is no other player that I would want more at Manchester United than Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. It's exactly what I'm thinking, Jeff. I mean, I don't know, but I can't see it being split that much between the United fans. Yes, there'll be United fans would say he is of an age where you might not get that money again for him. I get that. I totally get that. But I still think that United are at the stage they want to keep their best player. He is their best player and build things around him. And the centre seem to be doing that. I think it's great news for United fans. I really do, Jeff.
One more quick call. James is a Manchester United fan. Morning, James.
Morning, James.
Morning. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good.
Well,
thanks, mate.
mate.
Yeah. What's your view on this?
I think we should have sold him, to be honest with you.
And done what with the money, James?
Invested it in other players. Look, Man United need the money. We're struggling to even sell players such as Onana, etc., Casemiro, Deadwood in that team. all right, Bruno's had a fantastic season, but we could have cashed in 100 million on him, and we could have done excellent with that money and brought in new talent. Man United need to rebuild. He's 31. We're not going to get that opportunity again. He's got 1 year in him. After 1 year, if we don't get Champions League football, he's going to go anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what it does, James. I think if you sell him, albeit he is, I take your point, he's 30. I think if you sell him, again, it's an indication of United and where they are and the signal that they are sending out to players that they want to sign, right? So if you sell Fernandes, I think you're saying to players, you know, that you want to come, you want to attract the best players. What kind of sign does it send to them if you're selling your best player?
I do understand that. You're right where you come from. Like this morning, like Brian Membo and Cunha maybe wouldn't have come if Bruno wasn't staying at Manchester United, and he might pull other players in now as well for us. So yeah. I get where you're coming from. It's a tough one, but financially we're in such a big issue. That's the problem.
Well, it's interesting. It's been a good week, I think, in the transfer market for Manchester United, no doubt about that. Good week as well for, it's been a couple of good weeks for Liverpool. And they're not done, by the way, yet, because Tony's just reminded me that David Ornstein, writing in The Athletic today, has confirmed that Arne Slot broke off his family holiday last week. He was flying to the south of France to meet with Ryan Cherki, who is the Lyon attacking midfielder,
yes,
come winger, who will cost around £35 million. So they signed Frimpong, still en route to sign Florian Wirtz. Milos Kerkez could be in the building soon as well. And it sounds like Ryan Cherki is heading for Merseyside as well. So they are doing big business. But Manchester United, brilliant for them. Bruno Fernandes confirming he's staying there. And I've got a text in here saying Højlund and Garnacho are gone for sure, 100% gone. And you'd have to guess, Coisty, that's the case.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think they'll be the only ones if the manager Amiram has his way. But we've already, you and I comment how difficult it is sometimes to move players on if they're sitting on, you know, contracts that are obviously beneficial to them. It takes a lot, and it isn't easy sometimes to move them on. But in an ideal world, I'll bet you Amiram, you know, from where he's sitting, would like to get rid of 6, 7 or 8. I really believe that. I genuinely do. And I think it won't be easy for them, but there'll be a lot of activity at the exit door at United.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam sent an objective view on Fernandes. He said, if United have £200 million for players and can keep Bruno, then he stays. If they only have 100 million to spend, he should go. Well, he's confirmed that he's staying. We already have one player through the door as far as United are concerned with Cunha. A second on his way, it would seem, with Brian Mbeumo. That takes up the 100 million, and he's staying as well. Now, the interesting point is whether anybody else is going to be able to come in on the back of that. They're certainly going to need to unload a few players. That is for sure.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.